Good evening and welcome. What a nice crowd. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the 57th Annual Chairman's Awards Dinner. My name is Angie Circus. I am the chairman of the board, but I also work for Northfield Bank. Thank you. At this point, I would like to invite Manny Zarias to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Manny, would you please come up, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Manny. Thank you, everybody. And please be seated. Gonna make him get up? At this point, I would like to introduce Mr. Peter Barcelona from St. Anthony of Padua Church to lead us into the invocation.
Let us pray. Good and gracious God, we come before you seeking your blessing upon our community and all who are gathered here. We ask your blessings upon the work of the Woodbridge Metro Chamber of Commerce, its board members, its staff and volunteers, and its partners. We are thankful for the commitment of the people gathered here to the Township of Woodbridge. We pray that you would bless our community with success so that it may be a place where residents and retailers, employees and owners, people of all faiths, languages, and cultures may enjoy prosperity in a community where we protect and promote the common good. We pray for unity in our homes, our businesses, in our community, state, nation, and our world. Empower us, play our part in creating that unity in our lives, in our public and professional services, and as we further the aim of this Chamber of Commerce to promote healthy businesses, to improve our education systems, to encourage the development of new leaders, and to advocate to our elected officials to seek the prosperity and harmony of this place we call home. We ask your blessings upon the food we are about to enjoy. Bless those who have prepared it and those who will serve it. We pray that you will enkindle within us all desire and the ability to work together for the common good. Amen.
Thank you, Peter. Peter, there's a place in heaven for you. At this point, I would like to invite the best mayor around, from the best town around, Mr. Mayor John McCormick.
Thank you very much. I want to thank Angie, I want to thank Karen, all the members of the Chamber of Commerce and the board for the great relationship that we have. This is a terrific night and a great turnout. So I'm a very simple man. I usually don't care where I'm going. I don't care why I'm going there. I don't care how I get there. I don't care what I have to eat when I get there. I care about one thing. There's got to be Miller Lite when I get there. Doesn't cut it. What the hell is this? I've had shots with more liquor in it than this. I've got a table full of police officers and a table full of health department people and town council. I could shut this place down now. And I'm putting you on notice that the next time I come here, if this is all you got up. I'd like to introduce our elected officials, Councilman Howie Bauer, 2nd Ward, Councilwoman Debbie Meehan, 5th Ward, Councilman Viru Patel, 4th Ward. Councilman at Large Greg Ficarra. Middlesex County Commissioner Charlie Kenny. Board of Ed member Dan Harris. Board of Ed member Sue Borden. Former Councilman Jimmy Carroll. From Town Hall, we have Carol Ehrlich, Phil Bajowski, Peter Barcelona, Monica Eppinger from the library. Our police department, Ed, Donna, Eric, and Mark Martalewski, Pat Kenny, Lisa Kenny, Jim Nolan, and the better Nolan, Bonnie Nolan, Dr. Bonnie Nolan. Thank you all for coming out. Now, if you notice, there's an awful lot of Town Hall connections in the honorees tonight, which I think is terrific. First of all, we have the Junior Police Academy. That is something we do every summer for usually middle school kids, and we all know middle school kids can go one way or the other way, and that Junior Police Academy is absolutely terrific. I have had parents and grandparents tell me that the Junior Police Academy has changed their kids' lives and put them on the right path. The Woodbridge Junior Police Academy, Eric Ransom, Mark Zito, Eddie Scatano, and Donna Giannacco. The Woodbridge Health Department, I can't tell you how proud we are of the job they've done for the last year and a half plus. Almost 100 vaccination clinics, bringing vaccinations to the homebound elderly, just keeping us calm and keeping us informed and keeping us educated in probably the worst 18 months of most of our lives. The Woodbridge Township Health Department. Mike Castro from Roosevelt's Deli, whose connection to Town Hall is that we go there for lunch a lot. And the West Ender half sub with extra cheese, no onions, and extra Russian dressing. Mike Castro, Roosevelt's Deli. XL Urgent Care is go-to for our testing. We sent so many people over to XL Healthcare during COVID, and we still send people over there for testing. Thank you to XL Urgent Care. There's no better emergency management coordinator in the state of New Jersey than Pat Kenny, who not only had to deal with COVID, he had to deal with Ida, where hundreds of people are removed from their homes. He had to deal with the fire in Avenel. Pat Kenny is just an amazing public servant. Let's hear for Pat Kenny. The Raritan Bay YMCA and Steve Jobin, we have such a great partnership for dealing with our population who needs help, homeless people, people who need public services. The Raritan Bay Y. Even David Hutt has a close connection to Town Hall because he has spent many nights in the municipal jail downstairs. So I want to thank David for his very close connection to Town Hall. On a serious note, a couple of quick commercials. The Gallery on Main opened on Thursday. Connie Ellick, one of our prime contributors, they sold 8 pieces the first night. They sold 6 pieces on the weekend. This is a wonderful asset for Main Street, which is going to pop in the next year. So please stop by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 12 to 8 at 101 Main Street, right next to Nev's Jewelers. We also have Mayor Mac's Cafe. It opened up again Monday. It is run by special needs young adults between 18 and 21. They cook, they clean, they serve. It's wonderful. It's over at the Cypress Recreation Center on West Avenue in Port Reading. I'm telling you, Main Street itself is popping sometime in the first quarter. Hopefully Sharon gets that damn bagel place reopened. We got Mike Strickland, who grew up in Port Reading, married his childhood sweetheart, has 2 kids, still lives in Port Reading. He's opening up Strickland Steakhouse at the old bank building. It's going to be fantastic. We got the ice cream place. We got the Thai place. We got Sharon. We got Eric LeGrand's Coffee House. There's a Mediterranean restaurant opening where Riffy's was. There's a seafood place opening when Riffy's was. Buckle up. Main Street's going to explode in 2022. And finally, I just wanted to ask us to remember our colleague in public service who's been out since probably the middle of the spring. She was in rough shape for a long time. I'm talking about Councilwoman Nancy Drum, who's the membership director for the Chamber of Commerce. All of our good friends. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. She is doing great. A lot of us haven't seen her in a while. We talked to her on the phone. I forgot Samantha Roth, our film person from TV 35. I'm sorry. Nancy Drum sounds terrific. She didn't always sound terrific. But Friday, her daughter is getting married up in the Madison Hotel. A lot of us will be up there seeing her for the first time in probably 8 months, and she's having surgery in a week. But I'm very confident, and she's very confident that she's going to beat this and just crush it and be back as soon as she possibly can. She's a wonderful person. Let's hear for Nancy Drum. And now I got to get out because I'm running the campaign for the council and the Board of Ed. Dan and Sue and Howie and Vera with Debbie are going to stay here tonight, eat and drink all night, and I'm going to go out and run their campaign. There's something wrong with that. Thank you all very much.
At this time, I would like to introduce our co-chair for this wonderful event tonight. Please put your hands together for Miss Bernadette Solar from Middlesex Water Company.
All right, the mayor pumped everybody up in this room. I'm going to have to calm you guys down a little bit. So, right, calm you down. Good evening. Good evening. It is so good to be out, to be here, right? So I want to thank all of you as business leaders. We are strong, we are resilient, and we are better when we are connected as a business community. On behalf of my dinner co-chair, Sharon McAuliffe of Not Just Bagels, and the entire Chairman's Awards Committee, we welcome you, all of you, to this beautiful, wonderful networking event. We thank you for your ongoing support, the fact that you are here, you came out tonight. Give yourself a round of applause, man. All of you help make Woodbridge a vibrant, inviting, inclusive community for people to work, play, and live here. The challenges that have been faced by many organizations throughout this pandemic has taught us to be more nimble, more creative, more compassionate. And while you all deserve recognition, tonight we're going to honor several outstanding individuals who have demonstrated incredible leadership, service, and selflessness. Some are here, some we will recognize in spirit, but we do want to hold them up as examples of people whose work is making our world just a little bit better. We have a couple things I want to call your attention to this evening. We encourage you to support our sponsors, whose names will be flashed on the screen here. We truly thank them for their support. And a couple of our housekeeping details. We do have a chairman's raffle with an Apple iPad 64 gig, a Michael Kors ensemble, and a robot Roomba vacuum that is, and a Carpet Maven gift card. That's part of our chairman's raffle. That's right outside the door. We encourage you to participate and support that. We also have our silent auction with fantastic prizes. It's the steal of the century. Get your name down on those pads because that will close promptly at 8 p.m. And our 50/50s are being sold throughout the evening, will be pulled at the end of the night. And just a short program note, for those of you who have been here, in place of acceptance speeches, where possible, we've created short videos featuring many of our honorees this evening. We invite you to view their bios in your program. We also encourage you to hold on to this program because it contains a calendar that you can keep on your desk for the rest of the year and into next year. And we also appreciate your silence and respect during our short video segments. I know it's been a while since everyone's been together, so I understand the chatter, but we're going to try to get you out by 9 p.m. tonight. So at this point, I think we're ready to go on to our first award of the evening. The Woodbridge Chamber works very closely with a lot of different organizations. We're happy to provide this venue tonight to our friends at the Raritan Bay Area YMCA of Perth Amboy. There they go. And every year at this event, they present the Jack Cerullo Civic Leader Award in honor of the Y's former president and board chair. Presenting the award tonight will be Steve Jobin, President and CEO of the Raritan Bay YMCA, and Jack Cerullo's sons, Nick and Mike Cerullo. If they can come on up. Let's give them a hand. So there's no video for this group, but I'll give you a little background on them. In March 2020, the Raritan Bay YMCA was forced to close, their preschool closed, health and wellness programs closed, youth sports shut down, before and after school programs were suspended. But the folks at the Y were challenged to keep things going and to safeguard the residents and the community. They volunteered through the pandemic. They provided emergency childcare, remote learning, made wellness calls. They opened a Code Blue shelter for the homeless, provided 5,000 hot meals, COVID testing, vaccination clinics. They did a lot and delivered more than 400,000 pounds of fresh produce and food grocery items. Tonight, we honor the 32 selfless individuals that put themselves in harm's way to care for children and for neighbors. And we're happy to announce the recipients of the Jack Cerullo Civic Leader Award are the frontline staff and volunteers of the Raritan Bay Area YMCA of Perth Amboy. We thank them for their efforts and accepting on their behalf our senior staff members, Mary Ann Lawrence, Nilda Delgado, and Lauren Papasi. Please come on up. Okay, another community organization with whom the Chamber works very closely is the Rotary Club of Woodbridge, Perth Amboy. And tonight, they are recognizing a member posthumously for his outstanding community service. Dov Ehrlich passed away in March of this year, but we remember him as a humanitarian and as a longtime Rotarian and tireless Rotary Club president and foundation chairman. At this point, I would like to call up the Rotary Club President, Monica Eppinger, to present the Rotary's Paul Harris Community Service Award. So the Paul Harris Award is given in recognition to a deserving individual who has served his or her community through active involvement in humanitarian service. The award gives recognition to the founder of the Rotary movement that has maintained the motto of service above self. Dov gave generously of his time to annual food and coat drives. He served as the foundation chairman, providing annual scholarships to Woodbridge Township students. He also was named a Paul Harris Fellow twice. Tonight, we are pleased to host the family of Dov Ehrlich. We welcome Dov's wife, Fran, and his sister, Rachel Gilbert, to accept on Dov's behalf as we celebrate his memory and his legacy of service. Please give them a round of applause. Congratulations. We remember Doug.
All I want to say is that if Dov would have been here, he would have been very proud.
Okay, our next award is the Business Education Partnership Champion. So this award focuses on the very important connections between our communities, our businesses, and our schools. The Business Education Partnership Champion recognizes a person or an organization whose efforts have led to stronger ties between our business community and our schools for the betterment of our students. This award honors those companies or individuals who take time to educate, build bridges, and inspire tomorrow's leaders. The Woodbridge Police Department's Junior Police Academy works to bring the youth of our community together with the police as partners in building a safer community. Students learn about law enforcement, procedure, and criminal law, and see the world through the eyes of a police officer. They learn to work in teams in a positive learning environment, which takes the mystery out of law enforcement. I'm pleased to announce our Business Education Partnership champion is the Woodbridge Junior Police Academy. Let's look at the video.
My name is Detective Mark Zeno, part of the Community Relations Department at the Woodbridge Police Station, and I'm in charge of facilitating the Junior Police Academy. Along with me, it's Detective Ransom, Sergeant Chicatano, and a civilian, Donna Janaco. Donna's the brains behind the operation. There's several other officers involved, and we all come together to put together the Junior Police Academy. One of the things, the impacts that we have on the youth today is that we teach them responsibility, we teach them respect, we teach them team building. And one of the things that we really work hard on is respect for your parents and elders. One of the things that we go through with each of the students is like, it's a breakdown. When they come in, as anybody seen, our drill instructors are very rough on them. As the week goes on, they soften up. And the kids begin to see to where Monday they come in and they want to leave, Friday they don't want to leave. They want to stay with us, and we show them how being respectful to not only to us, but to your parents and your fellow students, and it helps build their character. You know, one of the kids had told us that now that he's went through the Junior Police Academy, he's not afraid to go to school now. He's not afraid of different things that he was afraid of. So it helps build their courage and their confidence. I'd like to thank first the parents for sending their children. Without them, I know that first day for the parents is very traumatic. Turning over the reins of your children to someone else, and for having the faith in us and the trust in us to get the job done. Most important, I have to thank the mayor for letting us run this program, the police director for giving us the staff to carry it out. I cannot forget to thank John Rossler, who's a retired sergeant who initially came up with the idea to start the Junior Police Academy. And there's just so many people else to name, but to thank the community, thank the schools, I think I covered about everyone. But just to say thank you to everyone for allowing us to do this.
Congratulations, the Woodbridge Junior Police Academy. Come on up. Junior Police Academy. All right, I just want to remind you that the 50/50s are being sold. The chairman's raffle is in full swing. The silent auction wraps up at 8 o'clock, so please take a quick moment to get out there. And I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge our silver and bronze sponsors. Oh, all right. Let's hear it for, I'm going to say 3 in a row: Northfield Bank, Excel Urgent Care, and Hutt and Shimonovitz as our silver sponsors. We also want to thank our bronze sponsors, CME Associates, Columbia Bank, and Dave & Buster's. All right, our next award. We're just rolling tonight, folks. So our next award, if we could just bring it down a little bit. Our next award recognizes the humanitarian spirit and is named after the former chamber executive of many years, Carol Hyla. The Carol Hyla Humanitarian Award recognizes a person or organization with a passion for promoting human welfare and social reform. This award recognizes those contributions that are helping the vulnerable, promoting human dignity, and inspiring others to succeed. We are pleased to announce the 2021 Carol Howler Humanitarian Award honoree is the Woodbridge Health Department, and accepting is Phil Bajowski. And let me just give a little background on the Woodbridge Health Department. They truly acted as superstars, as the mayor said earlier, providing life-saving health services to Woodbridge residents throughout the pandemic. Not only did they track and log every positive case of COVID, but they served as a critical resource providing education, guidance, providing businesses with closure information, outdoor dining, social distancing, facial covering, and related public health restrictions. They were one of only a few municipal health departments to receive certification by the New Jersey Department of Health to administer COVID vaccines, and have administered more than 10,700 vaccines to the Woodbridge community. A healthy community is strong, and a vibrant community is important, and the Woodbridge Health Department looks forward to keeping residents healthy through their many programs throughout the year. Congratulations to the Woodbridge Health Department. Fantastic job. You keep us healthy. I just want to let you know that tonight's honorees are receiving resolutions from the 19th District offices of Senator Joe Vitale, Assemblywoman Yvonne Lopez, and Assemblyman Kaufman, as well as Mayor McCormick and the council. And these citations are being presented to the honorees along with their awards. We also want to say that in addition, each honoree is receiving a $100 gift card courtesy of Mosaic Wellness Salon in Woodbridge. Let's give Mosaic a round of applause. Okay, it gives me great pleasure to announce the recipient of the next award, the Frank Pelsman Community Service Award, named after former Mayor Frank Pelsman. It honors a person or organization whose contributions reflect the selflessness and deep love of community espoused by its namesake. Can I have everyone's attention, please? The award recognizes contributions made over time that contribute to a better and stronger quality of life in Woodbridge Township. This year's recipient has lived in Woodbridge all his life. His family has collectively been involved in the Woodbridge Fire Department for over a century. Our recipient is a true community servant, having served as both a firefighter, auxiliary police officer, emergency management director, as well as the director of Middlesex County Auxiliary Police Academy. This gentleman has dealt with so many emergencies and natural disasters of all kinds, and keeping cool under pressure, he works to keep Woodbridge residents safe. He also works to restore normalcy after catastrophic events and keeps an eye on every event the township sponsors. Sounds like a round-the-clock, 24/7 job. We are thrilled and delighted and so honored to present the Frank Pelsman Award to none other than Patrick Kenny. Congratulations. Where's Jim? All right, the Small Business Person of the Year, I apologize. This is for a member whose efforts, okay, here we go. All right, this person started as a dishwasher at age 15 and worked his way through the ranks, discovering a passion for food and a knowledge of experience in both front and back of the house in the food service operations. His deli in Ford's Do we know who it is now? His deli in Foyers is a favorite of families seeking delicious and affordable food, and his catering is sought by corporations for different events. He's fed Little Leagues, he's fed seniors, first responders in hospitals and churches, and his giving back to his community is part of his nature. I am pleased to announce the Chamber's Small Business Person of the Year award goes to Michael Castro of Roosevelt Deli. Now let's take a look.
My name is Michael Castro. I'm the owner of Roosevelt's American Homestyle Deli, which is located in the Ford section of Woodbridge Township. I started Roosevelt's Deli back in 2011, February of 2011. It was shortly after the financial crisis, the Great Recession, and some people thought it may not have been a good idea to start at that time. I thought that there was only one way to go, and it was up. And now we've been in business over 10 years. A typical day in our business is vigorous. We're one of the few delis that serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 meals a day to hardworking people on the go. In addition, we're also a full-service caterer, off-premise catering to large corporations, municipalities, families that are celebrating things that they cherish the most. Stuff like that always keeps us on our toes. I wanted to stay connected to the community. Woodbridge Township is the best town around. The Chamber is much more than just a group of business owners. It's more like a family. We all work together to help each other grow. There's a tremendous amount of love within the Chamber of Commerce. The best advice I can give someone who's looking to start a business is prepare for sacrifice. In order to be successful in business, you must be willing to do what others won't. Work harder, put in more time, give to get. That's what trade truly is about. Nowadays, small business has become extremely challenging. Just remember, the only easy day was yesterday. I am honored to receive the Small Business Award of the Year from the Chamber of Commerce. First, I'd like to thank my wife and family, as we've all endured the sacrifice leading to success. I need to thank our great Mayor, John McCormick, for all his constant support of small business and all commerce throughout Woodbridge Township. With him, we all grow together. Thank you so much, Karen Barnes, for your strong leadership and all the knowledge you bring to the Chamber. You're magnificent. Of course, I need to thank Howie Bauer, Brian Smalls, and the entire council for always fighting for us. Your work is never done. Thank you so much to the entire Woodbridge community. Together, we've been through good times and bad times, but there are sunnier days ahead. Last but never least, I'd like to take a moment to thank someone very special to Roosevelt's Deli and myself. Nancy Drum, you introduced me to the Chamber and many, many others. You've been the bridge for so many businesses to the community. Never stop what you do. Never stop the hard work. Nancy, you're larger than life. Thank you so much.
All right, let's hear it for Michael Castro, Small Business Person of the Year. Sorry, Michael, even the best laid plans can screw up a night. I apologize. Let's give him a big round. Okay, we're going to do one more before we take another break. So this is the Member of the Year Award, which acknowledges a member whose efforts have significantly raised the Chamber's ability to operate seamlessly and successfully. They lend their time, skill, and talent to Chamber events and committees and serve as role models for active Chamber participation and leadership. So, our recipient of the Member of the Year Award has worked with the downtown Woodbridge merchants. He's a business counsel at Middlesex County Small Business Development. He's involved in graduate entrepreneurship program at Rutgers Business School. He demonstrates a relentless work ethic, a passion for consulting, and a desire to help startups succeed. Tonight, we present the Member of the Year Award to Shlomo Dagley of Obligent Consulting. Let's watch the video.
Hello, I am Shomo Ganguly from Obligent Consulting. I started off in the accounting financial audit world, which led into my consulting job with PricewaterhouseCoopers. In those early years, it was all about solving problems, but then it became solving problems for people. So the attention or my focus switched to people rather than the problems. But pretty soon, or rather after a few years, I realized that what I was doing was making anonymous rich shareholders richer. At the same time, I switched over to an outsourcing firm, and the frustration levels got me to a place where my doctor prescribed a change in job. At that time, I looked around and I tried to figure out where could my experience and perspective be of most value. And I realized that in the US, the economy, the major part of the economy, or a significant part of it, is controlled by small businesses. And they go out of, a lot of them go out of business within the 3rd to 7th year of their life. That was a good problem for me to solve. And along with the problem, I was really thinking of the people and their families, their lives, which are affected by this situation that they are in. That was what got me from transitioning from the corporate world to setting up my own business and setting up Avaliant Consulting. So when I decided to switch tracks, it was almost like a no-brainer for me to reach out and walk into the chamber. On that day, I didn't meet Nancy, but I met Karen. And the environment was so welcoming that I didn't have really any second thoughts of joining the chamber and being involved with the chamber. But my degree of involvement with the chamber was affected by the welcoming environment over here. When you see that people welcome your contribution, and if you have that attitude or approach of giving back and believing that you are successful if you create success around you, it's a natural thing for you, like breathing, to be more and more involved and do it more. That has led me to look for opportunities to be involved with whatever I can contribute. The board, the staff, the members, everyone has responded positively, and that's why I am so much involved with whatever is going on with the chamber. Obviously, like to thank the committee, the people who have nominated me, but the story really goes back to the beginning, where, as I mentioned earlier, Manny had that wonderful conversation with me, got me introduced to the downtown merchants. So that was a great segue for me to get involved with the local business community. Some of the downtown merchants are members, so it was really an overlap. But I would like to end up thanking my wife for being so supportive in whatever I do. And so there you have it.
The Woodbridge Downtown Merchants are presenting Shlomo with an award as well. Okay? Right. Yes, he also is receiving an award on behalf of the Woodbridge Downtown Property Owners and Merchants Association. So we thank them. You know, events like this wouldn't be possible. Let's give a round of applause to the Chamber of Commerce staff, Karen Barnes, Nancy Drum, and Cindy Gagliano. All right, so when it comes to being an outstanding corporate neighbor, we shine the spotlight on our next honoree. The Corporate Citizen of the Year recognizes a company that is focused on being a force for good, operating responsibly, driving progress in the industry and in the community it serves. This award acknowledges the company for its contributions and positive impact in building stronger, sustainable communities. So this year, this recipient stood above the crowd like a beacon providing emergency and family medical services. They provide an extensive range of services as a walk-in urgent care center, helping patients scared, hurting, and in need. They are also active in the community, working with the Mayor's Wellness Committee, senior facilities, and other organizations. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the Chamber's 2021 Corporate Citizen of the Year is Excel Urgent Care. Let's look at the video.
Hi, my name is Lisa Rosario. I am the practice manager to Excel Urgent Care of New Jersey. The past year and a half with this pandemic, we've been opening our doors to be there more flexible hours for the community, setting up an easier stream, giving education to the public, working with the labs to get the results in a timely manner, working just to make it less stress because it's already stressful enough. We offer physicals, we offer any sick visits, because we're there to stabilize the patient. So we're there to figure out how can we help them, what they need, and educating them on what's the next step to follow up with their primary cares. That's why we work very well with primary cares in the area of specialties, so we can accommodate the patient. When they leave there, they're set up for their follow-up. Excel Urgent Care of Island is part of the Mayor's Community. We also participate in any local school activities, the PTO, donating for baskets, any 5K runs, any event that's supporting the community, especially the schools. We're very passionate just to be involved and be part of. Excel Urgent Care is very honored to receive this award. It's an honor to be here for the community. It's an honor to be here for the patients and the patients' needs on this time of stress. So we're extremely humbled and honored that we also have a wonderful backbone of the community here. The local businesses supported us in this time by sending us gratitude and sending us things that we're thankful. And we want to be here for whatever comes to support the patient's medical needs and the community as well.
Let's hear it. Accepting on behalf is Lisa Rosario and the team at Excel Urgent Care. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, we're down to the home stretch here. If we can have everyone's attention. The Chamber's most prestigious award is an honor bestowed on an individual for their outstanding contributions to the community at large. They're not only leaders in their industry, but they also tirelessly work to make their communities a better place to live and work. This award recognizes those individuals who routinely go above and beyond. This year's recipient has deep roots in the local area. And throughout his career, he's worked hard to put his clients first, handling even the most complex matters with ease. Adjectives used to describe him include a man of integrity, highly competent, an excellent litigator, an outstanding real estate attorney. He served for many years on the board of Raritan Bay Healthcare Foundation, and his volunteerism with Central Jersey Legal Service has earned him recognition from the Jewish Family Services of Central New Jersey. Please join me in recognizing our Citizen of the Year, David Hutt of the firm Hutt and Shimanovitz. Let's look at the video.
I'm David Hutt. I'm an attorney with the law office of Hutt and Shimanovitz, and I have been born and raised in the Woodbridge area for most of my life. My family has deep roots in the Woodbridge and surrounding areas. My mother, Irene Burko Hutt, was born and raised in Perth Amboy, and her father was the chief of the maternity ward at Broward Bay Medical Center, then known as Perth Amboy Hospital. In fact, the maternity center is actually named for him. My father was born in New York but came to Woodbridge about age 5 and was a product of the Woodbridge school system. And that's where I was raised along with my brother and my sister. And my mother, who still lives in the house that I grew up in on Moortool Drive in Woodbridge. My father and my uncle, Gordon Burko, started a law firm in 1961 in Perth Amboy and moved that to Woodbridge in 1969. We've been in that same building ever since. I was born, as I said, in Perth Amboy Hospital, now Broward Bay Medical Center, and I went through the Woodbridge school system as well and graduated from Woodbridge High School. I came into the firm in 1988, and I was blessed to work with my father and my uncle, Gord Burko, and now currently for the last 25 years or so with my partner, Ron Shemanowitz. We are deeply embedded in the Woodbridge community. We participate in anything we can to support any of the local charities, the local civic organizations. I myself have sat on the board and was Assistant Secretary for the Broward Bay Medical Center Foundation, following my father's footsteps as he was on the board of directors of JFK Hospital. There are many people I'd like to thank for this award. I mean, I've been lucky, I've been blessed to have a great family, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister. I'm lucky I have 2 great kids, and the support of the organization, Hutt and Shemanowitz. My partner has always been supportive of me, my staff, some of who have been with us for over 35 years. And I think that comes across because our clients became sort of like a family, and that translates to the neighborhood. And I think as a result, I want to thank the people that nominated me for this award and to the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce for giving me this award.
Our 2021 Citizen of the Year. I want to congratulate all of our honorees this evening, and I also want to thank some very special people who helped make this night possible. We want to thank Floral Expressions for the flowers, Valiant Video Production for our videos this evening, Jim O'Keefe for the photography, and let's hear it for the staff of the Lake Chateau. Also, this night wouldn't be possible without a hard-working committee who about a year ago put our heads together trying to figure out if we could pull this evening off. So I'd like to thank our Chairman's Awards Committee, my co-chair Sharon McAuliffe from Not Just Bagels, Dan Grabon of Roaring Mouse, Al Shanice of New Jersey Realty Advisors, Bobby Durso of J.J. Alec Realty, Marta Darden of Woodbridge Township, Amy Krasinski of RSI Bank, Holly Church Doyle of Macy's, Amy Bellisano of Woodbridge Center, Antonella Minardo of Columbia Bank, and Summer DeFeo of Middlesex Water Company. Please put your hands together for a fantastic, hard-working group of people. They did a fantastic job, and against all odds, we got this night together.